What is a dream that you've been carrying around for all this time? And that now you're like, okay, I'm gonna go do something about that.
Hello, my name is Talethea, and I am hoping that you all will come along with me as I work and plan and research and execute my intent to go from working from home full time to living on board cruise ships while also working full time. So let's do it.
I'm going to live on cruise ships. That is my dream. I'm going to transition my life where I'm working at home at my home office, working the job that I like, to living and working full time on board cruise ships while also going to see the world. That is my dream. That's the goal that I'm working on right now. I'm not on cruise ships today. If you look around, you'll see a bookshelf and an office chair as I'm working at home, and I'm okay with that. This is the research time for this particular part of my group, my plan. Right, I'm buying equipment, figuring out what do I need for my first cruise. I'm taking my first cruise, which is actually really cool. In just a few weeks, I won't have to say I've never taken a cruise before because I will have taken one, and we'll all be happy if I decide to actually come home. I don't know. I don't know. There's been times when I've been on trips and I was just wondering, should I just send for the kids? And that's when they were little. I don't have any little kids anymore now, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I won't want to come home. We'll see how that goes. But just making sure I'm getting the equipment I need, figuring out the questions I have, and finding the answers that I need. And honestly, just enjoying the process every step of the way. Every one of those things by themselves look small, and they are small steps. I'm actually okay with that too. You know what I mean? But built together, it's helping me to turn my life into something that looks completely different. Not completely different, but different enough than what it looks like now, but definitely having me on the path to go after. Living on cruise ships, going to see the world, experiencing things, and the kind of freedom that I'm hoping that these next 50 years will have. You know what I mean? I may not live on cruise ships for 50 years. I may live on cruise ships for the next 10, 15 years and feel like, okay, this is enough. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to figure it out in real time. Uh, I think too many people believe that when people are able to go out and do something, that they must be smarter, they must be richer, they must be sharper. I don't know. I really don't. But I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think they're just people that have figured it out. They just figured out how to get as far as they are. I think a lot of times, even when you see like things on YouTube or Facebook, you see like the finished product. You don't always necessarily get to see the behind the scenes struggle, the times when they are sitting on the chair rocking because they're like, oh my gosh, what did I do? You know what I mean? And honestly, part of my intention is to take y'all along for that as well. I do kind of want y'all to see the times where I'm like, okay, maybe this wasn't a good idea. You know, I don't know, or maybe this part of things wasn't the best idea. I'm okay with that too. But I think the blessing and the curse of like being able to see the finished product is you see how well things have turned out for people without necessarily seeing that it's a process. So when you get in the middle of your process, you feel like, okay, well maybe this shouldn't work for me because I don't think they had to deal with that, not knowing that they very well may have. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. The finished product isn't always necessarily the whole picture, right? And that's fine too. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes it does take a matter of like learning a new skill, not being sure, not being certain, doing it messy until it gets a little better, making a plan and then making it right, which is a phrase I really like because a lot of times I will just start to execute, and then as I'm going through the process, doing what I can to clean it up and make the process or the results look the way I want them to. I'm okay with that. So keep that in mind. For me, the win is the progress. It's the learning and the figuring it out and the executing. Now, I believe that win will result in me living on board cruise ships. I'm okay with that. What is your dream? How will the win? If the win for you is the progress, what are you going to take progress towards achieving? Keep that in mind, and keep respecting your dreams. What dream is calling out to you? What is the thing that's been like, come on, I gotta go try this thing. What's that thing that you've just been maybe ignoring, pushing to the side, running out of time with, working week after week for somebody else on somebody else's dream and really not focusing it all on your own because life happens, right? Life and kids and responsibilities and work and just life happens, and I get that. But I would like to encourage you to start taking some time to purposely going after doing the thing that you want to do because the time will pass anyway. You might as well go after the thing that you've been dreaming about, right? So today, let's not let today be the day that you ignore it again. Okay? Maybe it's the day that you start over, if you start doing a little more research and kind of figuring out, okay, how can I make this happen? How does that look? So I'd like to know, what is a dream that you've been carrying around for all this time? And that now you're like, okay, I'm gonna go do something about that. Or if it's not a dream, that if you haven't been carrying it around all this time, maybe it's just something you have just figured out about, something you just learned about, something you just saw. But oh man, it's talking to you in a way and excites you in a way like that maybe nothing else has. And so you have to go after it. What's that thing? Let's talk about that. There is no judgment here, y'all. This is a safe space. Now, I will say this. Make sure it's something legal and moral. If it's not legal and moral, or if it's hurtful to society and the rest of the world, okay. The dream you may need to be going after right now may be therapy. That's okay. There's a place for that too. Maybe it's something that a way you can turn that thing around to being something that is legal and moral and will help to build you up and make you happy and help you to be a happier, more joyful person. I don't know. Just keep that in mind. Okay. But this is a safe place. Tell us about it in the comments. What's this thing that you want to go after? Are you already going after it? How does that look? How did you get started? What made you wanted to get started going after that dream? Was something that you went after and you were working at, and then a few things happened, and you looked at it and you were like, maybe that's not the dream for me. Either way, let's have a conversation about it. Tell us what your next step is, and y'all be sure to keep up. Be sure to like and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to my videos. Follow. I'm on all the social medias. You can find me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest. So I'm on all the social medias, not all of them, but those are the ones that I'm on the most. Talethea Cruises, and let's talk. Tell me a little bit more about how things are going for you for your dream. Maybe I'll see you someday at sea. Maybe I'll see you somewhere else. Maybe your dream is a theater. And 5, 10 years from now, I'll see you on board on stage singing and and acting and sharing your gift with somebody else. I don't know, y'all. But let's talk about it and let's encourage each other and work and live and grow together to build lives that we can genuinely be happy in and in a space that we feel that we're glad to be a part of at a time in our life where we are still able to choose. So keep that in mind. It's been nice talking to y'all today. Y'all take care.